Reese and Ira, on the corner, Real Talk Corner.
Real Entertainment Network.
Ira and Reese. The talk is still real. We still on the corner. We gonna touch on some topics.
SKN, we got topics. Let's have a discussion. The people got questions. The people want answers. Yeah, we got topics. Let's have a discussion. The people got questions. The people want answers. Yeah, it's real talking. It's real talk. It's real talking. It's real talk. It's real talking. Real talk. It's real talking. Real talking.
Ira and Reese.
Dynamic duo,
Talk is still real. We still on the corner.
Real Talk
We
Corner.
gonna touch on some topics.
It's real talking, it's real talk. It's real talking, it's real talk. It's real talking, real talk. It's real talking, real talking.
Check it out.
From July 24th through August 6th, experience Live is Naturally for Culturama 50. Celebrating culture, embracing history. It's Culturama 50. Celebrating culture, embracing history. It's Culturama 50. It's Culturama 50. We celebrating culture, embracing history. It's Culturama 50. It's Culturama 50. Let's make it a reunion with endless shows and fetes. 50 years we jamming, plenty mess we playing. Kudos to the founder, Cabo Howell. Culturama has got a half a century. We celebrating culture, embracing history. It's Culturama 50. It's Culturama 50. We celebrating culture, embracing history. It's Culturama 50. It's Culturama 50. It's Culturama 50. It's Culturama 50.
All right. It's Real Talk Corner with Reese and Ira. We're at a different time for good reasons. We try to bring the conversations that the people them want. And of course, our conversation open up our guests to the people. So the guests could also get the opportunity. So the guests could also get the opportunity to dialogue with the audience, and the audience likewise gets to dialogue with the guests. Maurice, how are you doing?
By God, I can't complain. Nothing to complain about. Just
Yeah,
here chilling, getting ready. No complaints. And sometimes when you complain, nobody don't listen. So I'm
Not
just
even the
complain.
heat?
Yeah. No. Everything plays a part and everything have a time. And this is time for the heat. And I understand that, so I accept it for what it is. You
Okay,
understand?
wise man. You're a wise man.
I understand that, you know.
Yeah,
So
you're a wise man. That's all I can say. We ain't gonna waste too much time, because we push the topics for this person to be on tonight, right? We promise the audience that we're gonna bring this person on the show because they've been asking, they've been wondering, they've been saying, what really going on, right? What really going on? Well, this person is called Abernathy Antonio Ligon. He's a busy man right now. He's a busy man and he's excited to talk to you. So let's bring him on screen. Abo, show your face.
Yeah, man. Good night, Ira. Good night, Reese. It's always good to be on Real Talk. Real Talk. Here's where things get real. I mean, rice and dirty.
Abo, I think Reese ready for you. I think Reese ready for you tonight. And I tell him, just go easy, pal, but he said no, this is real talk. But Abernathy, this is the big 50. You were here for 49. We invite you every time. You're invited anytime, right? How's the planning going for 50 C50. I don't know that you're still planning. You're supposed to be executing, but how's it going right now?
Well, we are planning. Still, actually, just came from a cultural committee meeting, central committee meeting, where we are, just crossing the T's, dotting the I's, making sure that everything is in place for the big C50. We are anticipating that a number of persons will be converging on the shores of Nevis in the next maybe 5-6 weeks. Number of persons are going to be here, and so we have to make sure that everything is set and ready for these persons when they Nevis. And so the committee, we are trying to meet now every single Tuesday. And if possible, we'll double up in the week if there's an emergency, if there's something that we need to speak about, we need to discuss. We come together on another day in the week. But for now, Tuesdays are our meeting times. And so plans are falling nicely in place. Actually, today I had a real good meeting at the office with some of the workers there and members of the executive. And then this afternoon, after working hours, we met as a committee and another good meeting. And so I came home this evening feeling blessed, feeling good, feeling on a high, because today actually went well for culture.
Got you. Well, this is Real Talk Corner, and of course we're gonna strive to see if we could get any of that information that was discussed in the meeting privy to our audience. We're hoping that we could get some kind of exclusive. We know you got something. You're gonna be able to drop something on us tonight. We do have a charge against you, though. I'm gonna bring it up before we get too deep into the conversation. Last year, you promised one of our audience member a ticket, and they said they're gonna get the ticket. You know what I mean? Tanya, your good friend Tanya, I worked together for many years too. Yeah, Tanya Powell. She said she never get she ticket what she had win when Abernathy gave out a ticket and this show last year. So
she probably didn't come and check me.
Yeah, probably that's the case. That's probably the case. I don't know, but let's see what's going on. So then walk us through the preparations for Culturama, especially with the transformation of the cultural complex and also the cultural village. There's a lot of scrutiny on those two projects. So tell us why it was important to get those projects done.
Okay, so over the years, we've always struggled with some issues at the cultural village, especially for performing artists. Soca Monarch is the venue for, the cultural village is the venue for Soca Monarch, and the soca artists have been shortchanged, so to speak, because the stage area is small. They can't use or bring on stage the kind of props, and in that limitation, the audience is shortchanged because the Soca Monarch artists can't really bring their A game. Also, international artists, when they come to perform at that venue, they often say that there's not enough space. By the time you pack all of the equipment that these international artists require, there's very limited space left for them to perform. And so this year we decided, it's a big 50, and we have to open up the space at the cultural village. Now, to the back of the stage, we had 4 dress rooms. And so what we have done is we have taken out those dress rooms, and so we have now extended the cultural village stage right back to the back wall that is actually back in the back wall of the netball complex. And so those who knew the stage as it is before 2017, when the facility was refurbished, we have now gone back to that original space that the stage in the village once occupied. Those dress rooms, we have now relocated those dress rooms in the southwestern portion of the cultural complex. So you would now have to move, once you get off of the stage, in order for you to get into the dress rooms and to access the bathrooms and all that, you'll walk eastward as if you're walking towards the cultural complex. and then you would enter into the space that is now being prepared for the dress rooms. We have showers. We have bathrooms. We have 2 VIP spaces because last year for Independence we staged an international concert, and we had Romain Vogel, we had what's the other guy, Christopher Martin, and I did not know that these guys are so religious. What we did for that concert is that we put some tents in that same region where we are constructing the dress rooms now. We had some tents there with sides, and we placed some air conditioned units in them. But the guys were saying we want some private personal space. We don't want anybody walking to our space because showtime, before we hit the stage, we need time to pray. We need time to meet as a group. And so inside of that new area that we are creating, we have created 2 spaces. Should we have any of these artists or any artists who require a personal space, we have now provided that personal space for them. That is separate and apart from the actual dress rooms where the performers will go in, and if they're ladies, they do their makeup. If they're males, they could brush their hair, fix up their beard and all that. So we have created a real nice area, what we are now constructing as our new dress rooms and backstage area. Inside of the cultural complex, we have over the years struggled with rodents, and I'm not gonna hide anything. The structures that were there were not safe. Those structures were constructed in 1983. Basically, you had block walls, you had rafters, and then on top of those rafters, you had galvanized. And there was no plywood that was under the galvanized to keep out rodents and insects and all of that. And so we have been struggling with that over the years. And so this year we decided to remedy that for Culture Armor 50. And so we are sprucing up those booths, those concession stalls. We are making them safer. We are making them insect and rodent proof, where the rodents and that sort of thing can't walk from outside. We had another issue too, where the booths, those concession stalls, they were low on the ground. And so in heavy rain, water would run from the road, run under the door, and end up inside of those booths. And nowadays you have refrigerators, you have deep freeze, you have people doing deep fryer, microwave, electric ovens in those booths. And so, it's a risk factor, because imagine you're inside there and you're going into a deep freeze to take out a drink, and there's water on the floor. The potential danger that is there. So we have raised the floors about 4 inches, and so in the event of heavy downpour, the floors are now actually 4 inches above the road, and so we have reduced the possibility of water now running under those doors and getting into the booths. That gallery area, that overhang area where you would go and you would sit or you would stand and place your order, and some persons would stand there and hang out, talk with friends, eat a chicken, drink a beer. We have extended that platform toward the seat area, and so we have quite a large platform now, where persons can go and hang out and actually stand up there and watch the shows. And in the event of rain, it provides additional shelter space for persons. Moving back now to the cultural village, because I forgot, we are constructing 5 corporate boxes, because years, our sponsors have said, look, we want to have personal space inside of the cultural village where we can rent a box for the season, and we can, even if there's activity is not happening in the village, we can create a little atmosphere, vibe, a party, treat our patrons, persons who, let's suppose it's a bank, invite some of the good potential, well, some of the good customers, somebody like Reese, who I know has a couple millions in one of those banks here in Nevis. They will say, Reese, come up and join us, be entertained. So, we have provided five of those corporate boxes.
I want to slip in a question there. Somebody want to know what's the visibility of the stage from the corporate boxes?
I actually visited those corporate boxes. There's a lot of chatter surrounding that, and so we made a site visit. We went upstairs, and there is a lot of visibility because it's the entire box is not going to be enclosed with wood. A large amount of the sides would have glass. And so persons can actually stay in the box and look at what is happening on the stage. And there's a corridor, there's a 4-foot corridor on the outside. If you're inside the box and you want to come out, you see a man like Ira.
For sure.
If you want a friend or two passing down in the crowd, you can come out, hang out, heal them up and then move back inside. So if visibility is an issue, you can actually come out on the veranda and view the show from there as well. In designing these boxes, a lot was taken into consideration. A lot was taken into consideration. I want those boxes completed so that persons can come up there and actually see that they can have full view of the stage.
So
well, not
full.
Let me not say full, but they can have good enough view of the stage and view the performances and all that from those corporate boxes.
Okay, so those boxes are where over by the booths where the food.
Yes, over on top of those containers. So there are 2 on the cultural complex side. There are 3 on the ETW side. The ETW park.
Okay.
There are 3 on that side and 2 on the cultural complex side.
So with all the upgrades, the seat them still hard?
Seats are still hard. Still those concrete seats. There's still no covering. There's still no covering over the seats. If rain fall, you're gonna still get wet. Years ago, maybe 2 or 3 years ago, we bought stage covering. So the stage is now covered.
So the show must go on.
The show must go on. The show must go on. Yeah. People bring out the umbrellas. They could sit under the umbrellas and while the performers continue. I mean, there's only so much that we can do with the limited resources that we have. We actually had an engineer here in 2013 or 2014. I think it's 2014 from Texas who came in. And him and I visited the area, and when he looked at the topography and how the cultural complex was constructed, he advised us not to try to put a covering over that roof, over that facility, because based on the topography and how it slopes downwards to the front, if we get a hurricane, we could end up picking up the covering, the entire structure off of ETW Park. The day after the storm. So we have not ventured into making any effort to cover the cultural complex.
Okay.
That's interesting. I actually agree with that. I think that the complexes initially was built in the wrong way.
I was about to say that, but I didn't want to say it. But
no, but I don't say it for you.
Given the limited resources that needed in 1983.
No, definitely.
Yeah, they had to utilize. Ideally, where the patrons sit is where the stage should have been.
Well,
And where the stages is where the patrons should have been seated. But you recognize that you would have had to raise those seats at a considerable height, right? And it would have cost a lot of money.
No, I agree. The construction would have been, it would have been a huge financial undertaking without a doubt, especially back when it was built. But I always tell people the best sound in the complex is down in the park. Because the way that this sound moves, this sound, if you ever in the complex and you pay attention, this sound is bouncing off about hotel.
Yeah.
So it's going that direction. So that's actually the side that you want to be on. So I totally understand what you said. With that being said, we have to acknowledge that we didn't have resources to make the financial investment into what we needed at the time. But when it comes to me and culture, I'm only about partying and fetting and all them other things everybody want to talk about. How about talk me about the partying and so? What the partying situation look like this
year? You just got right into it.
I get it into business.
No breaks.
I want to fall asleep on me tonight,
So in terms of the party, the cultural village is going to be party central, basically, as it has been party central over the years, ever since the cultural village came into existence. Could have been 1995, 1996, somewhere around there. And so, once the cultural village is open, there's going to be nightly entertainment. We have some 10 or 11 concession stalls there. We provide nightly entertainment, DJs, bands, they're going to be there. I know that one of the questions you're going to come with is what is going to replace the 5-in-1 Fete, because that is probably the biggest party for Culturama inside of the cultural village. Richard's Promotions has decided not to do the 5-in-1 Fete this year. And the Culturama committee stepped up and decided that we must do a wet Fete styled event for Culturama 50. How can we have people coming from the United States, coming from Europe, coming from wherever, Timbuktu, who over the years have heard about the wet Fete, and they come to Culturama 50 and can experience a wet Fete. And so, given that the 5-in-1 Fete was cancelled for this year, we have stepped up. In fact, this evening we discussed it at length at our Culturama committee meeting, and we looked at some artists that we will be approaching. It's late, but it's when we were handed over. It's when 5-in-1 was cancelled. We have already booked most of our artists, but we are now looking to book the overseas artists. All of the local artists have been booked. Local bands have been booked. We are looking now to finalize our overseas guest artists. That is going to be one of the major events for Culturama 50. We are looking to
I thought I heard on Go Live, because I've been watching Go Live, that you already confirmed Bunji Garlin.
No, you're Russian.
That is the international concert.
Oh, that's the international concert? Oh,
that's
my bad. Okay, sorry, I shouldn't cut you off.
The 19th of July, we will have the wet Fete. The wet Fete. That is going to be that is when we're going to have the wet Fete, and then the Thursday, Friday, Saturday. The 3rd of August is when we will have the international concert. And for the international concert, we have already confirmed Bunji Garlin. We have confirmed Triple K out of Dominica. We have also confirmed an artist out of Grenada. Something Banton.
Skinny
Banton. And we have some local artists, and we are looking to probably add 1 or 2 other dancehall kind of artists to that lineup to make the they line up exciting. We want to cater to the older folks. We want to cater to the younger folks. So those are two concerts that we have in terms of the entertainment in the cultural village. We also have the Soca Monarch is going to be there, and the Soca Monarch we know is a kind of party. It's a kind of party event. And so Reese, there's a lot of parties, and then we move to the streets. The biggest party on the streets, the Long Jam. And this year, we have the Casanova Band is back. They are the persons who started the Long Jam. The core band took it to a different level, but we have to give recognition to the Casanova Band for starting Long Jam. They're going to be on the Long Jam along with the core, and so it's going to be even a bigger street party for Juve coming from Gingerland straight into Charlestown. And then there are a number of fringe activities that have been organized. You have Tropics, the Cooler Fed people, they're going to be over. Cane Juice, they're going to be over. They're doing Tropics at the Malcolm Gishard Recreational Park. And then there are a number of other private promoters that are doing private events that would add to the entertainment calendar for Culturama 50. Now you would recognize that the Culturama Committee, as an organization, we do not have all of the resources. And when I say resources, I refer to financial resources, and I also refer to the human resources. We are a committee about 18 or 19 strong, but every single person on that committee has a specific task, maybe 1 or 2 tasks to perform. And so we cannot, our plates are filled, and so we cannot organize all of the activities that we would like to see for Culturama 50. And so we have reached out to these private promoters, and they have come on board in a big way, and they are putting on these private events to complement the core events that the Culturama Committee will be staging.
Okay, I got a question. Not even a question. I want you to do me a favor about. Me like when people lie to me and tell me what I want to hear. Me like when people lie.
Okay.
Just shout a name or two what in the mix. You know what I mean? You don't tell us about the Bungee Garden and Triple K, but shout a name or two for the West mix. Let me hear what's going on, man. Who the committee nominate?
You see, we're ready for that because what happened is that we have to pay deposits, and we have not paid the deposits yet. Remember, it's like a week or two. We came on board. And so I don't want to call anybody's name unless they get the deposits. Promoters, not promoters, but entertainers are very touchy when it comes to that. You can't start calling them unless you have paid your deposits.
I agree. I could respect that. I was trying to see
Yeah.
what fully to tell you about. I respect that.
You're right. Yep, put him on a spot. What about some of the private events? And any special guests there? Now is the time to advertise.
I don't know. I'm having a meeting tomorrow with Cane Juice, the organizers of the Tropics Nevis edition. I don't know what their lineup is going to be like. There are a number of other fringe organizers, as I said, that are doing events. They have not yet released their calendars, so I cannot speak to the entertainment value that they will bring into the Culturama table this year.
So we're gonna have one show every night. You're gonna have different options. You're gonna be letting go some permits to let people who are little things around. I mean,
yeah.
Options are good,
Yeah. We are giving persons options. We are not limiting Culturama to the Culturama committee organized events. We want when persons come to Culturama that they have a wholesome experience. So if there is an activity on Pinnis Beach, there could be one in Charlestown. If there's an activity over Bath, there could be one over in Cotton Ground. Just to give you, a sense of how we are trying to give people options. We cannot drive persons to one single venue with so many persons, who are going to be here.
Exactly.
We have to give persons options. The older folks may not want to go to the wet fete, and so they don't want to go to the wet fete. They can go to an older crowd event. So we're trying to give persons options for Culturama 50. Because we want when people go back, they can say that they had a good experience, a wholesome experience. They were able to get some of the young entertainment. They were able to get some of the not so young entertainment, and the entertainment was provided for the older folks like myself.
Okay, before we miss some of these questions, one person asks, will Triple K be jabbing for Juve?
Well, definitely we have not invited them to jam for Juve. So I cannot. I don't know if maybe one of the Juve troops, because this year we recognize that a number of Juve troops are now creeping into Culturama for Culturama 50. Previously we didn't have Juve troops. We had like Core, probably was the only Juve troop. But then there are a number of troops that have now will now be organized for Culturama, Juve troops, and so I don't know. I can't speak to whether or not they will stay around to be on the road for Juve.
Another person expressed disappointment that it's a soca night instead of a reggae night.
Yeah, and so the lineup is geared towards soca, and there's a reason why the lineup is geared towards soca. Now we sought quotations from pop, reggae artists, dancehall artists, and the prices we were getting is anywhere between $80,000 up to $150,000 US. US dollars I'm talking about. Nevis is a small country, a population of 10, 12, 13,000 persons. Yes, there are going to be a number of persons on island, but to take up between $80,000 and $150,000 US to spend on an artist, you still have to do airlines, you still have to do accommodation, you still have to do podiums, you still have to do ground travel, all those kind of things. You're looking right now. My budget for the International Artist Show is over $300,000 when I've added the figures.
Your budget is over by $300,000, you're saying?
Is over. The cost is over $300,000.
Oh, I thought you say you're over budget by $300,000.
No.
So I was like, how about that? You're not spending good. Spend good.
The expenses, rather. Let me clarify. The expenses is running over $100,000 already.
And all of that, the production. Go ahead, Reese. Come in.
Production, the artists, accommodation, airline flights, airline tickets, all of that. Yeah.
Well, Abo, one of the things I think that because we haven't promoted the events as good as we probably should have, right? And I'll give you a good example. We know that C50 is this time to this time, but we don't we just hear about Bunchy Garland and Triple K. I think had we rolled out these events earlier, you know what I mean? Because really and truly the biggest competitor called drama is Music Fest, So and I've been saying this for years, we need to be Music Fest to the releases. So I think that is one of the biggest things and that's why I think we don't drop the ball every year. We got to release before Music Fest because people can only come. We only come home for one of the other. And that's why I think we don't kind of falter.
Because I haven't even seen any mention of Bunji Garlin outside of that Go Live, that 1 second of that Go Live clip. There's no from you confirm, you give them the down payment, the deposit, they're supposed to be here. You do what you need to do. You get the go ahead. That should have been blasted all over.
Yeah.
And because you get people excited, Yeah. Well, that's just a little criticism. I want to continue with what the people saying. One person said, I think the street parade should end in the complex. Perform. then leave and go back on the street for some jamming, and then this disorganized street parade, isn't it? I mean, if it disorganized, but that's what they said there. That's just a thought. I don't know if it's something you're thinking about. And then another question coming. So, will Herbert's Beach affair let others have other activities instead of stopping everything else? That is us getting into Juve morning discussion and what's the vision for Juve morning and what we could expect for Juve morning, because I could tell you something in Abo. Reese and Ira has dropped some dimes right here on Real Talk Corner about Juve morning, right? I don't know if you saw it. You need to put one of your workers them to go through the episode and look at it, and we can share them with you. But we want to hear your thoughts and your ideas. What is Juve morning going to look like other than the long jam? We know the long jam, right?
Yeah, we have the long jam. We also have a new troop coming out of the Malcolm Gishard Recreational Park. They're starting there, and they'll be on this road jamming to the Small Axe Band. We have a troop coming out of St. Kitts, and they are bringing up the Grandmasters with them. Collision is also going to be on the road for Juve. The Odyssey Band is going to be on the road. We will be having some entertainment being provided at the what we call traditionally the Treasury Apron, the Nevis Tourism Authority apron. A band is going to be there, and we are going to be having Juve in Charleston. We'll start with hopefully 2 steel bands making the rounds around town from between 5, 6, 7 before the electronic bands reach into town. We are going to be having that and bring back that old time nostalgic thing to Culturama, because you know that steel bands were once a part of thing. We have already one steel pan trailer, and today I had a meeting with another guy who is in the process of constructing another steel pan trailer, and so we are very hopeful that 2 of our steel bands will be on the road for Juve morning. Now, gotcha. Juve ends at 12. Juve ends at 12. And there's no if, but, maybe about that. We are guided by the Carnival Act, because we don't have a Culturama Act. And so we are guided by the Culturama Act and the Carnival Act, rather. And Juve, the Carnival Act says, Juve ends at 12 noon.
Yeah.
And so because we are guided by that, Culturama Juve ends at 12 noon. Now, we have a police officer, well, not a superintendent, but an inspector that sits on the Culturama committee. And he hears the criticisms, Juve ending too quick and this, that. And so we have been granted permission this year to have stationary, the jamming is going to stop, but we are going to be having a bandstand in Charlestown up until 4 o'clock the afternoon. So we're going to be having that entertainment in town. Who want to go elsewhere, whether Penny's Beach, Wally Beach, or down Black Bay, or Indian Castle Bay, they can go.
Yeah.
But we will provide entertainment, because we recognize that there are a number of vendors that are on the streets or will be on the streets. And so we have to keep the crowd that come over from St. Kitts. We want to keep them in Nevis, keep them in Charlestown, so that our vendors could make some extra monies on that Juve afternoon.
Okay. Like quick
that.
question. There's a good idea there. Somebody wants to know why we must wait for bands to come in town.
Well, we are going to be having
Go ahead.
We will be having Juve. We'll be having the Odyssey Band. We'll be having the Grandmaster Band. We're going to have the Collision Band. They are going to be, and Small Axe. They are going to be roaming town. So while they are roaming town, Casanova and Co are fighting to come into town.
Got you. Abadati, I feel like personally, this is my thought. I'm just gonna say it now. I feel like one bandstand is not enough. I feel like once I start walking over to Grove Park, I need to hear, ETW Park, there should be a band there. I don't like the idea of when I'm in town festival there and I'm walking into silence. Juve, I sit in for a long period. Juve morning, and I not hearing music. I think if it's possible, you could erect another band someplace so when people walking away from the bandstand that the traditional bandstand, they're
The
still
traditional
walking
band
into
is
they're still walking into entertainment, even if
and
it's a
so
DJ, even if
we
it's
we
something
will
else. Go ahead.
we will also be having a bandstand somewhere in the vicinity of the Samuel Hawkins Drive in that region,
But that's
because
in
for
town still,
Juve,
right?
yeah, that is in town. That is in town still.
Yeah, people be walking over to towards what you call over there, Texaco car
Yeah.
gas station. Like
Mhm.
you need some kind of entertainment over there, in the region.
No, man.
Just
No, that too far. I go with the
That,
bandstand
that
and
kind of far,
look at
really.
the water.
That
Yeah,
kind of
that
far.
kind
That
of
kind
far.
of. You need to keep
you're
the
gonna be
action
over
thing.
there.
No,
You
that
gotta,
kind of far, era.
You know, keep the
Every
action in a tongue.
no, I will keep it. You spreading the code within the code, no, the code
mm.
within. We're not spreading the code within. But what I'm gonna tell you, what's
You
still happening?
you underestimate the crowd. That's the problem. You
No,
underestimate the crowd. Okay,
no,
then
no, no.
you
We want the code
underestimate
in
the
one
crowd.
area. We want to like ants. We throw them some sugar and all the ants come. We want them right there.
Oh
So we
man,
want to go on. But
no,
here's the idea for you, right? I need to have it as a Juve cool down and get the fire truck to it on the people right after Juve, right there in the middle of town. Yeah, when the
That is
band start to play,
always
when Juve done, just turn on the water and
yes.
let everybody get it down.
That has always been the case. There's a
that's
wet
always
down
been
that
the
takes
case, sir.
place. There's a
Yeah.
wet down that takes. Yeah, man. There's a wet down
Me
that
not talk,
takes place.
no, me not talk about in the middle of Juve, you know. Me talk about when the band and the bandstand 2 o'clock when everybody try to cool down. We want them down again.
Oh.
Yeah, that one me talk about. Me not talk about in the middle of Juve. When people down by the apron, by the treasury, let them down again.
Mm-hmm. But
Yeah,
you
They are.
recognize that you and it's real talk. So we got to talk the facts. We got to talk the things, and you recognize that we have a water issue in Nevis.
Yeah.
And so,
that is
fortunately
it.
So
for
The
how?
water shortage.
fortunately for me, I'm where I live here, Main Street, Gingerland, Marshmallows Road. I don't have that issue, but I happen to be talking to someone who lives maybe about a mile from me, going down Hanley's Road, and they tell me their water go after 8 o'clock in the night. I mean, we got to be mindful of these kind of things too.
That
A
is
number
true.
of
That is true.
persons going to be on island. It's going to be a strain on our water resources, and we have to try and limit the use of this water. Today, I had a meeting, a telephone discussion rather, with one of the suppliers of water for the wet fed, and they have assured me that they have a private facility that where they have been storing up water just for the wet fed, just to come on the road Juve morning and do a wet down. So they have
For the
told me
wet fed,
they told
5
me that one of the wet fed and 5-in-1.
Okay.
The guy said to me he's gonna on the Samuel Hungins Drive, he's gonna have a truck there wetting down people about 11 o'clock in the morning. There's also gonna be another wet down zone somewhere in the region of the fire station that has traditionally been a wet down zone. So I don't know about water maybe 2-3 o'clock in the afternoon if
No,
you're
no,
gonna have
no, you're totally correct. You're totally correct. With the current situation, I understand.
yeah.
Make sure I put heat advisory notice on the day of Juve, because I almost took it in last Juve, and I know this year it's gonna be even hotter in town.
Yeah. The heat right now in Nevis is really, really, and as we get closer into the heart of summer, it's going to be worse, man.
I think it was feeling like 115. Feeling like 115 when I was there. Abanati, I know Reese like to talk about the party, but we also wonder if we're gonna ever get a chance to have any discussion with any of the contestants, and have there been also been any? Yeah, go ahead.
That can be arranged. I don't have an issue with that. That can be arranged. We can have the contestants converge in a room or something. But it will have to be like the early edition, 7 to 9, whatever.
Yeah, definitely.
And
Definitely.
we can arrange that. That's
about your special, you know.
That's like taking candy from a baby, man.
Yeah, we need to do that. We really want to do that. We would love to do that. So of course, I'm gonna be pestering you to try to get that done. Okay, Abanati. Um, so what are some of the other challenges you have been facing? Um, let's get real now. Like, what are some of the challenges that you've been facing with the organizing of C15?
Sponsorship. Sponsorship has been a big challenge for us. A big headache. Um, Persons, business entities, um, they are not fulfilling their um, corporate responsibility in terms of providing, making funds available to support the Culturama. Yes,
Okay.
there are some sponsors that have come on board this year in a big way, in a very big way, based on what their contributions over the years have been. And I must go on record to thank National Bank. They have come on board in a big way. The Bank of Nevis Limited, they have come on board in a big way. Caribbery, they have come on board in a big way. And there are some other sponsors who have stepped up to the game this year. And I want to use this opportunity, this platform, to say thank you to them. But there are other sponsors that I know can make small contributions. As Bob Marley said, one cocoa full of a basket. So if you could get a little 5,000 here and a 5,000 there, you don't have to give the 60 and 70 and 80,000 like some of the bigger companies. But if you get a little 5,000, 6,000, 10,000, it would go into the pool and it would help us to make Culturama even bigger than what the resources that we have right now to make the festival. So I don't know what influence you and Reese have on these corporate entities. Use your program and tell them, man, let's free up the money for Culturama 50.
I don't know about that. I wish we could do that for you. There is Reese. You wanted to say something? Oh, you might mute.
No, sorry. I said go ahead.
Oh, okay. No, I just wanted to see we on the topic of sponsorship. There is a question about how are the prizes looking for the big shows, right? And I'm pretty sure sponsorship would affect that as well.
Yeah. The decision this year is for the winner of the Miss Culture Queen pageant to get I think it's $20,000 in cash.
Yeah.
It is usually 15,000, but we have stepped it up by 5. The winner also gets a scholarship.
What kind of scholarship?
A scholarship. Where is it? What kind? I think it's a Monroe College. A Monroe College
scholarship.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
We are negotiating one of the automobile dealers here at Nevis to have a vehicle available for the senior Calypso Monarch. The Miss Swimwear, I can't recall, but the Miss Swimwear winner, that prize have gone up to. And the Soca Monarch prize, I think it's about $15,000. It was not that last year. So we with the limited financial resources that we have, we are trying our best to make the winners, the contestants, the participants, the non-placers, everybody, the placers. We are trying to happy this year.
Yeah. Reese wanna say something about that, but I understand that I are Brooks right now, and I could hear it in your voice. You start stammer, stammer all night, but once you start talking about the money, why this stammer come out. Good night, Renee.
It's a challenge. I must have. It's a challenge.
Never, no,
Boy,
they
listen,
want to know if no 50 for 50. No 50 for 50?
boy.
50 for 50?
You 50 for 50? Nice 50 for 50. That was Reese motto. 50
Yeah,
for
they
50.
should get,
50 here,
they should
50
get a
there.
50, 100 for 50. They should get a
You get a
50, 100
50.
for 50.
Uh, you get a 50. You get a 50.
Hey, listen,
uh,
listen. Listen, I was on the 50 for 50 trade for the beginning now. It's a 50 for 50. That what we depend. You
yeah.
know?
Yeah.
50 for 50. Yeah, yeah. Maybe listen, I tell Ira, I say Ira, if them man had 50,000 for Soca Monarch, I would invest in Soca Monarch.
Oh, yeah.
I get a song written, I get a song produced, and I get the artist to sing it. I just want the 35% of the winning money.
Yeah,
Ain't about
okay,
money.
okay.
But after 50 years, why do you think that Culturama is not able to offer $50,000 when Anguilla offering what, like 90, 80? Somebody, was it Anguilla
80.
for the teen? Like what 50 years after
$80,000 for the
50?
team?
Yeah, it was some crazy
No,
thing
they
they
got
announced.
they got 80,000 for the I think it's
Remember,
the children's show.
Anguilla got the backing of King Charles now. So,
Man, he
I
not
mean,
spend nothing. He cheap.
they got King Charles who can step up in a big way and shower Anguilla with a lot of them pounds, and by the time you change out them pounds into easy, man, you got a mint. You got a mint of
So
money. We don't want
so
those godfathers and resources and all and things.
well, do you have a committee that goes out and deal with securing sponsors, or is it just
Yeah,
you?
yeah. No, we have the secretariat responsible for soliciting sponsorship. So yes, we write to a number of individuals. We call a number of individuals daily, um, asking them
I know,
to
right.
what we need to do then.
You
Tell me.
need to do what the politicians them don't do. I don't know how they do it, but they don't secure money. So they don't have all type of events where they come out and everybody feel all expensive and they want to show off because they want to write the biggest check on that night for Culturama. So you don't know. Oh, we're having a cheese and wine festival and we're only inviting a few of the top dogs in Nevis. You made the list and we're hoping that you would give us some financial support for C50. So just keep your checkbook close because it's going to be a special night. Also, we could sell some art and different things. I guess Neve is just saying at that level that we could learn a trick or two from what the politicians do for real though. What about international regional sponsors? Have we also reached out to some of those? The airlines or anything like that?
No, we have not. We have not reached out to any airlines. I know that air travel right now in the region is struggling. The airlines are struggling. Um, no, we have not. We have not. We have not. We
Yeah.
have not.
See, people that say you spend all the money on the VIPs and not the winners. And the VIPs in turn are who should have been a part of these events, giving out money. A little, like you say, a little one cocoa basket, a little $1,000 check, here or there. I know if Reese was invited to one of them events, he would have write $1,000 check. You got 20 people in there. That's $20,000 you might get. Because Reese give $1,000. I know I gotta give a
Hey,
$5,000.
being a late, you know what happened when you make the money amount public,
Mm-hmm.
it turn into a quote unquote pissing contest, eh?
A pissing
If you
contest. Yeah,
if you give
yeah,
2,000, I want to show I got more than you, so I want to give 25. You
yeah.
know,
It's a part of the game. It is a part of
but
the game. It has always been a part of the game. Go ahead, Reese.
okay. But hey, listen. At the end of the day, we're gonna do the best we can, and if that's the best we can, I support it. It is what it is. We going in. Let me dive into some of the past Mr. Cools and the past queens.
But
Is there
before we
anything
go
in
into
place for them?
well, I wanted to ask this question before because Abba made a point, right? and also a site in the launch. He said this word, nostalgia, nostalgic. About how important is nostalgia? And, is it a part of the theme for C50? Nostalgia. Like, how important is it? Because we're going to get into the past now, right, Reese? So I just want to ask this question first.
Yeah, it's an important part of what we will be celebrating for Culturama 50. As a matter of fact, this evening, while we were at the Culturama meeting, I discussed an event with the committee. It has been calendared. It's on the calendar, but we needed to flesh it out. And this evening, and so I said to the committee, look, persons are coming home who have not been home for a number of years. They want to see the traditional folklore. They want to see the giant despair. They want to see the sweet lemon. Yes, we see the masquerades and the clowns every day, but these folklore that have not been prevalent at Culturama, maybe over the last 25 years, 30 years. We should bring them back. And so we are making an effort rather, to revive, reach out to persons to revive some of these events, not events, but these cultural traditions. At our food fair, we want to, showcase a lot more of our local cuisine, because a number of persons will be coming home and would want to sample cassava bread, conky, those kind of things. So we want to step back in time, and provide some of these things, our local drinks. And one of the things that the Ministry of Tourism is having a homecoming event at the Fottergills Village. And one of the things when I discussed with them when I met, look, we have to, I don't know if you know what the Heritage Village is. And it's over in Fottergills on the other side of LS Funeral Home. They have a lot of artifacts there to kind of, demonstrate how persons long ago used to live. So they got the Wara bed, they got like the po, the pail, the goose, them kind of things. And I said, look, folks, we have to get a Hammond still established at this facility so persons can see the whole process of how bush rum is made.
Where you say? You gonna Hammond making competition? Oh man.
I've asked them to put
we are finding out who make the best Hammond in Nevis? Okay, I'm not think that sound good. That's so good. That's so good.
No, but
we know who got the best.
I'm sure that if once they get that established, the amount of people are going to be flocking to that demonstration. To a lot of persons hear about Hammond, but they never know how Hammond is made. And so a number of persons are going to be flocking there to see the whole process, the worm and whatever else and whatever else and whatever else. So we want to, a lot of persons who are 70, 80 that are alive now. And boiling rum is what brought them up, took them into school and through school and all that. That's what their parents used to do for a daily living. So if you could bring back some of these long time things and showcase them during Culturama, it would mean a lot. It would mean a lot to the persons and to the persons who are coming back home.
So Abo, I think when that area was initially opened, going down towards they had a Hammond still back there.
They had one. Yeah, they had
but
one.
I got a question. Yeah, come on, man. I got a question for Ira. Ira, if you see a man make Hammond with dirty water, you still want to drink it?
Yeah.
Because the best Hammond make with the dirtiest water,
Okay.
The dirtier the water, the better the Hammond,
I know what the end product is. The end product is very sterile.
It's true.
It's alcohol. It's alcohol.
Water.
Well, you could use gut water. Once I use feces water, I good. You know what I mean? I'm gonna tell you on the criticism right now. Somebody want to know why all this planning now, and I also mentioned it earlier. What shouldn't we already be in the execution stage? Like, what are some of the other challenges? I know you had sponsors, so you had that financial challenge, but what are some of the other challenges why you're still in the planning stage with almost less than a month to go for Culturama?
Well, getting people to be fully committed to the task at hand, that has been
Okay.
another challenge that we have been faced with. Number of persons want Culturama to happen, but they don't want to be involved in the planning and getting their hands dirty to get the work done so that we could have a successful festival. So getting that commitment from persons has been another big challenge. You invite persons to meetings, you assign them tasks, they say yes, they're going to undertake the task. 2 weeks later, you ask them for an update, they have not done anything. And so I have been faced with that challenge. Well, not only for this year. Over all the time that I've been with Culturama, getting people to committed to the task at hand has been a major challenge, and it has continued even onto the planning of Culturama 50.
The people are turned off. That's why the people are turned off. That is why they don't want. It's just a big up Gigi for the night. I don't know if that's really the case because we got to be real, right? In a lot of the cases, sometimes when you're in charge, you find yourself doing a lot of the work. You're unable to be efficient and handle some of the larger tasks because the people that you expect to do their part fall through. I go through that at work a lot sometimes too. So, you know, I you know, I empathize with you, Abanati, on that right there, right? Honestly. But I don't know if they really turned off. I could understand where you're coming from. Reese, roll in your question. Roll in your question.
No, I tell about since last year, give me a chance to be a consultant for C50, but you know, study me. You know what I mean? I had great
You
ideas,
needed,
but I want to study. I want
you
to
needed,
study.
you needed to move back on race.
No, put me on the camera, put me on the Zoom. Don't worry about it.
Zoom meeting. Zoom meeting every
Me can't.
Tuesday. No, you would have
No,
clash with real talk, kinda.
that's all right. We'll figure it out. But how about as we going forward, like as I said, we're going forward, we're going into C50, but we have to look back at the past. The Queen Show for C50. Have we reached out to any of the previous queens to be a part of the Queen Show? Is there going to be a segment in the Queen Show where the queens that are still living will be able to be called up on stage one by one? A little thing about each
Well,
one of them.
I
Hear
don't know
them
about the
how
corner and state one by one, but this week a list was presented to me. Persons who are going to be involved as judges and whatever else, and I recognize one or two of our past queens. They will be called upon. Our same thing. Our calypsonians, our soca artists. They're going to be our past talented youth winners. They are going to be involved in the festival in a big way. I know that we took a decision that we're gonna have our past queens seated in a special area, and they'll be pampered. They'll be treated with royalty during all of the shows that we will be having at the cultural complex. So we have already made contact with quite a few of them, and so once they are here, they will be taken care of.
Okay, I can give you a fridge. I can give you a fridge them right now. Your past queens, you need to reach out to them so they could do a quick 30-second video and send it in so you could use that for promotion for C50.
That's a good idea. That is, yeah. See, consultancy.
You got to utilize.
Reese don't even like the
individual.
queens.
No, I don't like Queen Show.
It's
I
wild.
do not like Queen
It's
Show.
wild.
I
it's
don't
wild.
like
I
Queen
didn't
Show.
even think of that.
I think that we should, at the end of the day, we got to work together to promote it and make it the biggest party in the world.
So Abanati, with all the pressure, even coming from my good friend Reese, of moving
No,
the calendar
me not gonna
around.
pressure for about. Don't. Oh no,
Wait, hold on. You gonna let me finish me? You gonna let me finish what me say? Moving. Okay, I understand. Yeah, okay. Yeah, no Didi. Moving this stuff around, like switching Queen Show and bringing all the fete to one weekend going into Juve. So it's a fete galore, a festival, or whatever you want, a festival. You know what I mean? Like what? How do you hold your ground and still stand with the same schedule of Queen Show is in the Sunday night? What is it? Calypso show is still Saturday night, or did Calypso show move?
Calypso is Friday night. Last day it was Friday.
Okay.
This year it's on a Friday as well. No,
Okay.
I read the same way of thinking that you have. I have had that for years. We have tried to juggle around. There was one time the Queen Show was on a Saturday night, a Friday night rather, and we were met with great opposition. There are times when we have tried the Calypso show on a Thursday night, on a Friday night, on a Sunday night, and we have been met with a lot of opposition.
Opposition from who?
The general public.
Oh, okay.
There are custom traditionally for, the ladies. They want the Queen Show to be on a Sunday so they could spend time in the hair salons and by the makeup artists. Them on a Sunday all day, getting their makeup done, getting their hair done, whatever, and really come out on a Sunday night. If you're going to move the Queen Show to the Friday, when people start working at 4 or 5, you know what's going to happen. People have to rush home. They can't get to the beauty salon to get back for 8 o'clock. We have had the Calypso show on a Thursday night, and it was a major disappointment. Persons just did not come to the Calypso show on a Thursday night. We had the Calypso show on a Sunday night. I remember 1998 when I first served on the Cultural Committee, before I started to work there. The Calypso show was on a Sunday night, and persons, we were met with great opposition. Calypso ain't supposed to be on a Sunday night. My thing has always been, let us have that power week, that week leading up to the big weekend. Let us have fets, more fets straight into Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, straight into Juve Monday. I've had that discussion, but persons have opposed that, and so I've had to stick with the traditional way of lining up culture. Even the Ira, there are some persons who I interact with who are from the old NIDAX committee, and they are vexed. Why they vexed?
What are vexed?
They use too much modern decorations to decorate our venue, the stage. I said, well, what do you want us to use? Oh, go down by the bags and cut some coconut branches and decorate the stage. What is wrong with that? And I'm like, for real.
Yeah. I get it.
In the 21st century, you want to be doing them kind of things?
Yeah, I think culture is frozen.
If you try to move around stuff, you're going to meet with opposition from the persons who started the festival. They feel that they started it this way in 1974, 1975 come up, and it should remain that way.
Okay. But I think not cheating of Papa Wheeler this year, for sure. That's what one person said. I just saying it out there.
You need to tell Papa Wheeler. You need to reach out to Papa Wheeler and tell him. He registered, but we have had several band practices, and Papa Wheeler has been a no-show. Thus far, we have had about 6 band practices thus far, and Papa Wheeler has been a no-show.
You can't call out the man like us. But wait, I just want to make a comment before you say what you gotta say. But go ahead, Reese. Okay, go ahead. You sound like you have something very important to say.
I'm not gonna run past what I want to say. Abo, people gonna complain. No matter what you're doing, like people gonna complain.
People will complain.
You understand?
Sometimes you just gotta take the food by the hand and do what you gotta do.
No,
You just
no,
got
I'm
to
gonna
do
give
it.
you a good I'm gonna give you a good example. The Bungee Girl and Triple K show. That is
Yeah.
an event that people will travel for, you know. If I flying home, I want to see Bungee Girl and Triple K. If I gonna pay big money, I want to see Bungee Girl and Triple K. Queens are really that important to somebody who coming from outside. We don't know the people them. You understand? But when you look at your traveling public, because you understand, you know, people that travel to party, you know, me that travel to party too, so I could tell you. I went
Yeah.
Trinidad, I never went to no Queens, you know. I went Trinidad go for Marshall Monday and no kind of thing there. People that travel to party. So if you want to bring in your outside dollar, you got to give people something to travel for. Queens now cut it. Cause I can go Queens and I can say, well, me and this young girl, I mean, who she be. You may try to look and see if she mother available, but she mother up to the front, I can't spend she mother here. Then I help me.
Okay.
But I know
also
Bungee
want.
girl, I know Bungee girl now also could help me. Make me a winner.
Oh my gosh, you get one dance. I also want to. I think there's a correction because Adele thinks that the Queen Show is the biggest money maker. But I think Abo said last year that Wetfet is
Wetfet has been
the biggest money maker.
when I came to Culturama in 1999. The Queen Show back then used to rake in like $80,000-$90,000 gate receipts. The Queen Show gate receipts now are reaching $50,000 now, and that's a fact. Is the Wetfet and the international artists showing them they're hitting $80,000 and $90,000 and $100,000 gate receipts.
Yeah. But about hold on, before we go forward, I will keep the Queen Show on a Sunday night. You know, if that is what works, the Sunday night is okay. We're gonna just move the week before. The week before, and then we're gonna bring the Wetfet. Yeah.
Reese, do you know that is what Antigua has done?
Yeah.
Antigua
not even got a Queen Show this year. Jesse's done. Jesse's done.
No,
the
Jesse's one.
No, just the Jesse's gone.
They're not having a local show.
Yeah, they got the local. I think they still got the local. No, nobody follow that.
But I gonna tell you, there's a lot of Caribbean countries out there, you know, because they understand that when people travel, they not travel for Queen Show. You never hear what Trinidad Queen Show, you know, and I have none I could tell me about Trinidad Queen Show, but I know Monday and catch an army fete. Even Panorama, we know about that, but we don't know.
Saltfish fete and all them fetes.
Hey, Abo. So if somebody can't make it to Nevis, they're gonna be able to watch these things live. They're gonna have to pay per view.
Pay-per-view. We are doing pay-per-view this year.
Okay.
Over the years, Ira, we have done free live streaming. I mean, there's not if what I may be about it. Culturama quality has surpassed a lot of the other regional persons who are streaming live events, and we have had an excellent service provided by Chameleon Media. We have decided that this year we are going to go to pay-per-view. I mean, we have to try and recover some costs in some way.
Okay. You feel like that can work? Even with that, when I buy pay-per-view and in work, I can get my money back because I will call my credit card company, you know.
No, our pay-per-view is top quality, top class.
I just let you know, I would call my credit card
our
company.
Our service provider is one of the best in the business.
Oh, okay.
Chameleon Media is one of the best in the business.
Oh, okay.
Top class.
They got their own internet.
Our internet is being provided by Flow.
Yeah.
And you know, we have stepped up recently to fiber. And so we even got more speed. I don't think that last year when we did Culturama streaming, we were on fiber yet. There were fiber limited access to fiber, but now we have fiber throughout the entire country. Nobody now using copper. Everything is fiber. And so the quality is going to be even better this year than what it was last year and the year before that.
Okay. Well, I'm going to take a short break, a short break for pause for cause.
For the
From July 24th through August 6th, experience Live is Naturally for Culturama 50. Celebrating culture, embracing history. It's Culturama 50. Celebrating culture, embracing history. It's Culturama 50. It's Culturama 50. We celebrating culture, embracing history. It's Culturama 50. It's Culturama 50. Let's make it a reunion with endless shows and fets. 50 years we jamming, plenty mess we playing. Kudos to the founder, Cabo Howell. Culturama has got a half a century. We celebrating culture, embracing history. It's Culturama 50. It's Culturama 50. We celebrating culture, embracing history. It's Culturama 50. It's Culturama 50. It's Culturama 50. It's Culturama 50.
Well, I'm waiting for Abernathy to be ready again. Once he's ready again, we're gonna bring him back on screen. But we say you're excited for you're excited. About sorry.
I changed the location.
Yeah, I could see you moving. I could see you moving around. I'm just waiting until you're ready again.
Listen, I like the fact that they have an idea. The one thing I don't like is the fact that they bow into the pressure of society. A lot of
Wait,
people
hold on, Reese. Hold on, Reese. You just said I like the fact that they have an idea of, and then you just pause, and then you just went in. You just went straight into
I like the fact they got something, but me now about listen. You see, and that's why somebody like can be important for these kind of events, because people see me then I talk to me. Okay, you know what reaction they're gonna get. So people don't let me alone. So me will change it. Yeah, they're gonna let me alone because, and you know what it is too. I'm gonna be honest with you because I know that niggas don't have the most things to do. I try to create any night. They're gonna show up. They're not gonna nothing to do. Nobody can fool me. They're not gonna nothing to do. So everybody who come play, they're still gonna show up because they're not gonna nothing to do. Not let them fool out.
Yeah.
No, I want to know the Culturama committee need to do. I'm gonna give you another idea. No, I give you this damn idea for free. I don't understand.
For free.
That big batch that just come in, Culturama committee need to throw a boat ride. The first boat ride has to be a Culturama committee boat ride. Remember, I tell you so. You gonna make money, you know.
And someone is already doing a boat ride. It's not advertised as a boat ride. It's a soca cruise. And that is going to be on the Culturama Sunday. We are having a soca cruise. We have engaged a private promoter to do a soca cruise. It's going to be a boat ride and Prince Devante.
I understand.
What's Prince Devante? What's Prince Devante?
Prince Devante, that's the party boat.
Oh, Abernathy, where's the event calendar again? You have one? You have one event calendar? No, we need to see it. You guys need to get that out.
No, we have had two versions of the calendar already. We released.
Send them out, update them, whatever you got to do. At least make people feel like something.
We have another update coming out next week, Friday. We have had
next week.
We have had two calendars being circulated already.
21st.
First calendar came out in January the 25th. We had another one came out later, and we're bringing out another version next week Friday.
But the Abernathy guy from the internet to go along in an AC. You see how life?
Hold on. I got good idea.
I got
good idea for you, man. I can get a good event right now.
Abo is not there.
No way about it. Somebody gonna pass on the message. I want a good. Everyone want a good event?
Yeah, give me a good event. Okay,
you want me to drop a good event, man?
Go ahead. Drop an event.
Okay. If I had to do an event, Abo should do Abo back. Abo need to get the boat, the new batch, and do an event called Deuces Wild. Abo, write this down. Trust me, Deuces Wild gonna sell off. Trust me, you're not pay big money. And what you gonna do? You want to collect every band in twos. So mention a Miller, David House and Lucas, Easy and Spain, Corey and who and just throw them on the boat. You're gonna make money. You're gonna make
Abo
money.
gonna do that. Abo gonna do that for himself. Abo,
And
remember
call it
Abo the man who remember
call it
Abo the
Bush
man
Wild.
who been in a Casanova and decide by, you know, I mean, sell thing in the back of a truck. About there's some questions. A person wants to know if Trini Jungle Juice can touch down.
No, Trinity
Also,
no.
no,
They're not
Trini
gonna
Jungle
touch
Juice
down.
not touch down.
I personally wanted to invite them, but
Yeah.
resources, we ain't got the resources to bring them guys here. Definitely ain't got the resources. We gotta pay these guys big money.
Everywhere see what happen again. This is where people like me needed. Because Trini Jungle Juice is nice, but they got a lot of other smaller ones. You gotta get Bacchanal Boys. You gotta get Blackie Soca King. You know, just you know.
Too late. And next year you could get Ren. You know. Abo, you can be the next year. They still the final year for Abu Dhabi.
I done it. August 31st, I did meet in office. You may see me somewhere up in your area.
We can line.
Fun. Yeah, man. Definitely. I done with this thing, man.
Drink a juice.
After 26 years of sleepless nights, a lot of headache, I need to leave office and take a rest.
Kudos to you. You get a lot of blame too.
That's why I need you and Reese to come home and take over this thing.
I thought you don't got somebody to take it over because that was the next question.
We got somebody.
Oh, you done announced it?
Huh?
You already announced it? Hello?
Yeah, the person is working with me at the secretariat since last year.
Okay, got you. All right, then. You still got a cricket match?
Yeah, that's the Nevis Cricket Association cricket match. They have, I don't know how young or old you are, but back in the day we used to have some fierce competition between Sinkers and Nevis, Berridge, Horridge trophy matches. And so the Nevis Cricket Association, in collaboration with the Sinkers Cricket Association, they are bringing back the Berridge Horridge trophy matches for Culturama. They're going to be 2 matches, one on the weekend, the Sunday before the big weekend, and the other one on the Sunday of the big weekend.
Okay.
You see, I like that, you know, Abo. I like that. Mm-hmm. Get other things involved. You should have had a celebrity match too. Bring in a local celebrity there. You
would have come to play for the local celebrity team.
No, I'd have been there for a celebrity game, of course. I mean.
By the way, are you banging on your mouth? I asked me all the questions them today. Let me ask you.
Yeah, I know.
Ira, you gonna be here for Culturama 50? No. Reese, you gonna be here for Culturama 50? Talk. I look sharp. Answer.
No, me and Ira answer this year. No, we cannot make it this year. No, we cannot make it this year. I tell you.
Yeah, I was there last year for 49. I was gonna come for 50, but other things came up.
You were here last year.
I was there for 49.
For a long time. But your father said you don't remember how you look. You need to go look at your father.
Look at Reese. He's stuck again. What happened to Reese internet, boy? Reese, you look like you live in Nevis. Even Abernathy beat you right now.
But it looks so. You're not getting on.
And I come out of my house, come out of my yard, come in the studio and Mr. Lap up and running.
Hey, Abo, I got a question for you. One of the things over the years I have noticed from paying attention is from time to time the sound quality sometimes is not as good as it should be. Have we secured an engineer to work alongside the Culturama committee for the events?
Oh,
yeah, we have used a sound engineer over the years. We have used good sound engineers. We had used Adrian Lamb. He was our staple sound engineer, but he recently passed away. David Blake out of Sinkers, and now we have been using the local guys, because the number of local guys have stepped up, and they have good sound systems, but they have good sound engineers from Sinkers attached to them, as in Bailey, full sail trained. I mean, as in Bailey works for all of the major artists them around the world. Anything major. I remember
No, you're right. You're right. As definitely,
Yeah,
I think
I remember
should be on tour
one
with
time.
Mobalis right now.
Yeah, I remember one time we had an international artist here, and I went to pick up the engineer, and when we drove into the village, and he looked up on the stage and he saw Azim Bailey. You know what he said? But I could go back home now. I see Bailey up there. I know everything locked down once Bailey is here. You know, so and we have been using Azim over the years. So we have good sound engineers. I think what has failed us sometimes is the sound systems themselves. But we always try to work, with the local guys and give them an opportunity to make extra penny, so they could build their system into a system that could compete with the Adrian Lambs and all those guys. So we need to invest in these guys, and we continue to invest in them and have them use sound engineers like as in Bailey and Ricky McCall and those big guys.
Well,
And Daddy Wow.
I want
And
to try
Daddy
and name it there.
Yeah. He has been
Nevins,
back home. He has been back home with one of those big artists.
I guess I must Reese Bubble.
Maxi Priest.
Maxi Priest, right? Yeah.
Yeah. All right. That's going to reuse local engineers. I like that.
Abanati, this is a strange question, but who's your internet provider?
Flow.
Okay. Jeffers Lewis, it's Flow. So this is the quality of the live stream and the night.
That is not the quality of the live stream. I am not speaking
okay, no. It's gonna be a lot better. Definitely, Flow is going to come out with the full. I know Abo got it, but the high.
Flow normally gives us if well, I can't speak internet language, but if the ordinary consumer is accustomed to get 2 megs up and 4 megs down, Flow gives us like
10 gigs
megs up and 20. Really bump it up for us.
Let's say if they're watching this show and the internet is stick like yours, they can call a credit card company. So it's just fun. Abanati, what we touched on is a serious thing from me as well. When I was home during I think it was the Soca Monarch competition, I listened to some performance, and I looked at the engineers, and they weren't there, and people were switching, they were changing mics, and you could hear that it wasn't tuned for this artist versus that artist or whatever, so it fell flat. The other thing that I also had to remember during the Soca Monarch, and I think you guys fixed it and you might have talked about it too, was the judges were on the same plane as the crowd. Yeah. So they're gonna be elevating. Where are they now for this competition?
Well, I've looked at with the renovations that we are doing at the cultural village. We are looking to do an elevated platform just for the Soca Monarch. It's not going to be anything permanent, so it be easily removed, and have the judges elevated for the Soca Monarch competition.
Gotcha. I think it's needed.
At the cultural complex, the judges normally sit right under the stage, and for Calypso show, they don't really get the best. They're not really in the best position to hear the Calypsonians effectively. And so we have taken a decision to say that we are going to move them further back. We are going to carve out a space for them and have that space designated as the area for the judges. So they're going to be a little away from the stage now.
Well, about one thing that I've seen, I want to say it might have been Tatola, maybe Angola, where they had the judges, they had a monitor for the judges.
Yeah.
They had a separate speaker for the judges. So if there was any sound issue, they had that. So that may be something you may want to look into, so that the judges get a full scope of the music as well.
They would need that. But I mean,
the judges are elevated. They have like an upstairs room that where they go.
Yeah, Reese, one of the issues was
Anguilla has a spanking new facility. I'm I'm anxious to go down there and experience that new facility, man.
Why? So like about ditch culture about the first time next year. Why?
Wow. Every year I go Anguilla. Every year as soon as culture ends Tuesday, Thursday I'm on a plane to Anguilla.
Oh yeah.
Every year.
That sound like I'm Boops boy. But anyway,
no era, it's not a Boops era. No. Anguilla Carnival done the weekend.
Reese, the problem was not only the sound, but you know, Soca Monarch is something where you don't expect the crew to part the sea so the judges could see, right? So I found the judges had to stand and they're peeping over the crowd, and you know, me I jump high, I jump in front of the judge. So that I think the elevated platform is definitely needed in that case. They definitely needed. So Culturama 50, right? You say you already have Culturama handed over to somebody else, and you know, thank you for all the efforts you've put in over the years. But what's that transition process like right now?
It's going smoothly. As I said, the person is sits with me at the Culturama. At the Culturama.
What make you say the person? What make you say the person?
Okay. It's Swain Evelyn. I don't know if you guys are old enough to know Swain Evelyn. Hanley's Road, from my area. Former student, you know, I taught him in school. And so, you know, we up to today we sat in my office and we went through a lot of, you know, the sponsorship responses that we got from the sponsors, and we decided, you know, how we are going to respond to what the sponsors sent us to consider. And so, you know, the transition has been smooth thus far.
Okay, so the sponsors them actually getting back to you just that with a favorable, what kind of word is that? A favorable response?
Yes, we had a situation there, right, where a sponsor, when we look back at the records, March 13th, that sponsor got the letter, sponsorship request. I only got, today is what, Tuesday? I got the sponsorship response yesterday.
Was it positive?
Positive, but I had to be making calls every day. Every day I had to be calling.
There's
another sponsor who they got, when I looked at their letter today, February, and the mail just came in the email. The responses came in the email yesterday. But, but they have stepped up in a better way. They have been positive and they have stepped up.
Okay.
So, you know, I take time to ensure that what they're giving Culturama, you know, is something substantial that Culturama can make good use of.
Well, they got to check the books and see if the books black or if the books red before they could definitely tell you, But the other thing is, do you go face to face with them when these letters are taking a long time to come in? And another person also wants to know if your position is appointed.
I've retired. I retired last year. Could have been April. No.
Okay.
March. I retired April, and then I'm now on a 1.5 year contract which expires on August 31st.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay.
So they brought me back for the 50th anniversary.
Okay, bye. Floppy abo.
I was home for like 3, 4, maybe 5 months.
Okay, Abo, one question. People want to know, why haven't any advertisement been done with 2020 Vision Radio?
And
before they ask about rent,
we are looking at our sponsors, our marketing budget, and if we can fit in whoever, they will be given an opportunity to assist us in marketing Culturama and promoting Culturama. But
Okay,
we have to
now.
look
What
at the
I would
bigger
like to know
our
is why they
marketing.
not ask about rent. Them a worry about 2020 and 2020 will worry about 2020, but real entertainment over here trying to do a little thing too, right? So I could ask about real entertainment as well too, because everything we're doing for
Okay.
yeah, Ren. Yeah, I was a bit triggered. You know, I understand 2020, but 2020 can handle 2020 business. There's a real entertainment over here on this side, trying to figure out what real entertainment is trying to do as well. Um, there's another question. Well, Culturama just around the corner, still looking at marketing, but yeah, they're still looking at marketing.
I continue to say that we have been faced with some serious financial challenges, and so every single month we have to revise our budget. We have to revise our spending, because we have to make sure that when July hits and we have to be paying out these large sums of money, that there's money in the kitty for us to pay. We have to pay.
No, GG. We invited Abo on this show, and I took the time and I made those ads myself. I am showing Abo what we can do, but Abo is on the way out. So I hope Swain Evelyn is taking a look, right, and he see what we can do over here, and all of that is production from when and well, no, we grab the clips from off of the internet, of course, and that's so maybe 2020 need to invite them and show them what they could do too. You know what I mean? Over there. But this is Ren over here.
Hey,
We
and
handle our business over here.
about me and Ira next year. Well, as we go forward, so I hope you're listening. We got the cameras, we got technology. We coming to do some camera work next year, okay? So we want to be able to get through. We know on a hard time. So I will tell the people them.
I leave your name in
yes
in the marketing folder. Ren,
yes.
Reese, Ira, coming to Culturama 51. So make some space for them, please.
Yeah.
Remember, we're doing it for we've been doing it for free for some time, you know.
It's about time that you get paid.
A little thing. We help us build a platform as well, you know, so we could continue coming here. No.
I have a question for you, Abo. One of the things Soca Monarch you've spoken about, but we haven't really heard much about the Soca Monarch releases, the songs that from the artists going forward for Soca Monarch. Is there a cutoff date for the submission?
Cutoff date went already, and the songs were supposed to be submitted 2 weeks ago, Friday. Well, Friday coming, gonna make 2 weeks that they were supposed to submit. Tebulous, who is chief of Soca Monarch, he was at the office yesterday, and he is complaining bitterly that the songs that were submitted are not what should I say? They're not radio ready. They're not radio ready. They submitted them because they had to submit their songs by a particular time, and we did not specify that the songs must be radio ready or completed projects. We wanted to have the songs. This is what you're singing, to complete the registration process. So now have that time now when they are making their song radio ready. Now some persons went the whole full 9 yards and made their song radio ready. Like, you know, Speedy has out his groovy song already. There one or two persons have out their pop songs there that they submitted their songs, but not the radio ready finished mixes that we can hear on the various media platforms.
That they kind of tough for me, you know, bro.
It's
I
tough.
think if a deadline put in place, a deadline put in place. I think if you
The
meet the deadline,
the deadline was put in place for the song submission, not the radio ready song. If you
yeah, but
understand
if
what
you,
my
yeah,
thing
but
is,
if you don't,
Reese, my thing is, everybody know, all these Soca Monarch artists know, since the end of Soca Monarch last year, that Culture Armor 50 coming up.
Yeah.
I don't know why they have waited so late. For example, a soca artist called me on the weekend, and he begging for he registered himself as a solo artist, and now he wants to bring on another artist to sing along with him. Begging, we said no, your registration says solo. If you know that you were thinking of adding a second artist to your song, you should have registered as a duo.
And then would he have been?
Second artist, even if that second artist didn't make it, we would have accepted a solo performance.
Okay.
But now to register as a solo and then you want to come and do a duo, can't work. I mean, these guys got to up their game. They really got to up their game and be serious about music. If they really want to be entertainers, they got to be serious about it.
Okay, a question. When this comes for the registration part, what is required other than just the song? Do they have to list the composer, the producer? That kind of information has to be listed. Okay, got you. All right, but I like that part of it. I think we need to start giving credit.
The same was for Calypso too.
You don't have to list the producer for Calypso, but for soca, let us suppose when the bands that play for soca, they want stems. And let's suppose the artists that be tardy in getting the stems. Now we can then reach out to the producer and say, hey, send me the stems for let's say a Daily Ranks, because we're not getting through to him to send his stems. So send us the stems.
I don't think the committee should be doing that. I think if an artist
is going to not be on the committee, but there are times when they have to do it.
I disagree. I think
move the process forward.
No, I think that
they want the show to be. They want the show to be successful. They want the show to be successful. So if they start to disqualify everybody, then they're not gonna have no artists. Then the show can be a dud. That's the problem. If it was a case where they had the ocean of artists and is one or two people, they're gone. But that's why they're getting away with it. Honestly, and they know it. To be honest, it sucks. But maybe that's what you really need to do, Abonati. Maybe you need to go in there with 3 people for Soca Monarch. Grow them.
But does this song also have to be original production as well? Let's say one of those soca rhythm that would have came out sometime back, the producers given the artist clearance to use the beat.
So the song must be released in the year of the competition. And so what is the year of the competition? Soca Monarch ends whatever time. Soca Monarch this year is what? The 1st of August.
Yeah.
So anytime after the 1st of August this year until the Soca Monarch next year, this song must be released in that period. So you can't take up a song from Soca Monarch 2023 and sing it. You understand? Same thing for Calypso. Must be released in the year of the competition.
Okay. Abanati, before you go, right? The timing, the shows, the people complain about the kids show, the talented teen going till 3 o'clock in the morning, and you know that was a big topic last year. What are some of the things that your team has put in place to ensure that the shows will flow efficiently and be over at whatever a decent time is deemed to be?
Well, before I get into answering that question, and I must say, traditionally, the talented youth pageant was staged on the Sunday of that first weekend.
Yeah.
This year we have moved it into the Power Week of Culturama, so it's now going to be on Tuesday, July the 30th.
Why?
traditionally it has been. We wanted to kind of change around the calendar a little bit. There are some persons who are flying in from overseas and they're coming in during that Power Week, and they want to experience the talented youth. And so, we listened to some of the requests that were sent to us on Instagram, on Facebook. And
What?
so we have decided to what?
How you listen to them request? You listen to them request and you listen to my boy?
Reese, you go on the cultural
Bravo, boy.
page. Well,
Yeah, and
Reese,
so,
so they
and
do.
so, yeah, so
They do about it.
we have switched places with those two shows. So the swim race that we're going to be on Sunday, July the 29th.
Let me pull up a calendar so I could help you, Amanati.
Sunday, July the 28th.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, the swimwear and Mr. Cool is going to be on that night. And the talented youth is going to be on Tuesday, July the 30th. Now, to come back to your specific question now about how is the committee going to adjust the length of the shows, we have done some, and you spoke about the talented teen finishing at 2, 3 o'clock in the year. That has happened, and so we have adjusted. This year we only have 6 schools. I think that the subcommittee in the past has been very ambitious. They have had 7, 8 schools, and that is a long show. And so from early o'clock this year, I said to them, I don't want no more than 6 schools. And when you're giving 7 minutes on stage for talent, that needs to be cut to 5 minutes. And so we have looked at, tailoring the show and cutting out some unnecessary parts of that particular show. So, and the next day is a working day. It's Tuesday, people got to go Wednesday. And so that show we have given the subcommittee a mandate that show must be finished by midnight this year with 6 contestants. We must be finished by that. And while I'm talking about the talented youth, we have all of the sponsors on board. They're going to be stashed at the Republic Bank this week, Thursday afternoon. The Republic Bank is the title sponsor of that event, and they want to have an in-house stashing ceremony. And then we are looking at next week, Friday. I think it's June the 21st. You got a calendar? Next week, Friday, we want to do a public reveal of the talented youth contestants in the heart of Charlestown.
So how you get to tell a school, no, you can't enter?
Well, we set deadlines. And once they hit the deadline, they're automatically out.
Was it like first come, first serve?
Yeah, registration open for talented youth, I think, was in January and closed in April, at the end of April.
But you said 6 schools. You had a limit of 6. What if you had a registration of 8 schools? What would you have done? Like, that's what I'm saying.
Well, we would have probably
what was that process like?
Elimination process.
Elimination process.
Had to do that.
Okay.
But you would appreciate that having 8 contestants in a talented
16.
youth, male and female, at 16.
16,
yeah.
16. Yeah, 16. You're looking at 12. You're looking at 12. Looking at 12 there. Yeah, that's a long one or two. And then the other shows as well. Looking at 12 o'clock close up. I know Calypso show is another long boy.
Yeah, we have a manager this year, who we are working with, and so the events are going to be scripted. Even the Calypso show, you're going to have a run sheet, a script that is going to say who comes on stage, what they do, blah blah blah. And so we are sticking to our run sheets this year. We have a person right now preparing the run sheets. So we anticipate that once this show is supposed to start at 8 o'clock, Calypso number 1, first up is Reese Strauss, and Reese Strauss is not there. You're going through the door. You're axed.
Oh, really?
The show must go on.
Show must go on. We have had situations. We have had situations, right?
Yeah.
Pageants supposed to start at 8 o'clock. Contestants coming through the door at 8:30?
No.
To be at
No,
8 o'clock.
The
And so
chaperones drop them off.
we decided this year we're not having any of that.
Yeah.
Any of that. You're not there for call time, you're out of the show.
Okay. Easy. So even with a good excuse?
No, it don't
Well,
matter. Excuse
sickness.
Let's say
In the
like
case,
an accident
in
or
the case
something.
of,
Like I'm
in
fender
the case
bender.
of sickness, in the case of sickness, and you present a valid medical certificate, so if you're supposed to be contestant number 1 and you're able to perform at position number 6, we will slip it on there.
Okay.
But
Got
you
you.
must present a valid
It could be other things, eh?
certificate.
Maybe like a fender bender or something, you know. Then they gotta go to the hospital, get a checkup or whatever the case may be. Man, I had a question for you and I lost it. I don't even know. I hope he come back. That drives me wild, man. Look at me. Old. Seriously hard one, China.
I just feel running both of government road there. You're talking about old.
Oh my gosh, bro.
Boy.
What is
I see Reese. When Reese was a small boy, he used to like to stone people, you know. I got a vivid memory of him stoning somebody at a time, and this little boy stoning somebody. Reese, you remember like to just stone at people?
But this when you're a child, you be able to child, you call it a child, you speak as a child, but when you become and you put with childish things. That's what I say, right? You know what I mean? Yes, man, but hey, I will listen. I want to tell you before you officially step away from your involvement in Culturama, I have known Culturama through you, so I want to tell you thank you for your hard work and dedication that you have put into the festival. You have definitely put in some time and definitely some memorable moments under your leadership. You know what I mean? So I definitely want to tell you thank you for your dedication and hard work, because I know you take a lot of beating too, you know. A lot of beating, you know what I mean? So, and for you to continue year after year to come back and face the public, knowing that you will be scrutinized again and again and again and again. You know what I mean? I have to tell you thank you, you know what I mean? So bless up yourself as you move forward to your future endeavors. Wish you nothing but the best.
No. Thank you.
Yeah, what's next for Abo? Retirement? I know you're going back into the studio, right?
Yeah. I got back in the studio. I took a two-year break.
Yeah.
A sabbatical, and so I'm now trying to get back into it. They're actually producing 2 songs for Giro. I got 1 song here for The Undertaker. I'm working with the reigning King Hollywood. I got 2 songs here for him. So yeah, I'm moving back into the studio business slowly but surely.
What's the biggest tune you ever produced?
The biggest tune? Searching. Searching by the Ultrasonics, man.
Are you been produced Searching? I recently never tell me.
Searching. I got Searching under my wings, boys. Searching. Walking on a batty by Shaki and Tebulous. I did that too. Them big tunes. Code Red by Casanova in 2004. I did that too. Yeah. All them big tunes.
I see you boasting with it too.
Hey, listen,
you're well lean back in your chair right now. You're fall up.
Since I want to be humble, let me tell you some of Abo songs them under your belt.
Go ahead.
Abo got songs like Masquerade. The Masquerade album was recorded by
Riz, this morning I reflected on Masquerade. I said, boy, I did produce Masquerade, Small Axe Band, big tune.
Abo do Masquerade. If you go back, can you remember Collision in 2006? They had a song named Pack Up Move Out. After the Maca Diamond bun him. That was Abo. Abo had some good RDC. RDC went up by Abo a couple times.
Yeah. Fallen Friends, that was one of RDC.
You do Fallen Friends?
It did fall. Music is life.
You do Music is life too?
Yeah.
That was easy.
But the man do still jumping.
But what? I played a song last week. I played a song last week when I was segment.
Hey, that was me too.
Matter of fact, let me tell you, I would do a song named Handaman.
He do Honda man? Oh,
I'm
it's
gonna do
so
Honda,
man.
I'm gonna do
oh,
Honda
stop.
man with the same swing with the same
Yeah,
swing.
Yeah,
and a
yeah,
big
yeah,
six,
yeah.
brother. Yeah. And the man was
How
beautiful.
about
Swing and a big six
I,
on them, man. Come on.
I don't take a ball, man. How about take a ball, man? You know, take a
Hey, and
ball.
let me tell you
You
something, too, you know.
really, man.
I've had a number a Calypso Kings too.
Yeah,
Astro, when Astro first won the Calypso Crown, back in 2004. Thunder, I did Thunder. When Hollywood won his first crown with Hungry, I did Hungry. And when Hollywood won back to back, I did the song that he won with first and the song that he won the second time. I mean, when Astro went over to Sink It and did and won his first Calypso crown in Sink It and then came back and repeated in Sink It, I was the producer. So I've had some big successes under my belt.
oh yeah, yeah.
I got some road march in Sink It too. New Vibes and
Yeah,
Grandmasters. Yeah.
got new vibes so much.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Definitely got new
and
vibes
your
so
vibe.
much.
So you stop producing your vibes while then again on a road march or what? What happened? Because a long time then
No,
again a road march.
they got their own thing now. They got their own thing. So
Okay.
I don't know. That for me, New Vibes just unfortunate. They've had some good songs over the years, but I don't know, boy. I really don't know.
Now I got to partner with you because.
Oh yeah, well, Abo, you know, definitely, I want to share the same sentiments as Reese. You know, I just thank you for all your contributions. You know, the hard work. You know, I know you don't get a lot of licks, and that's why time and time again I invite you here so people could hear the
Lot
other
of
side of the story.
lot of sleepless nights to me. A lot of sleepless nights.
Your eyes them look, your eyes them red. You ready to sleep? I could see
I
that.
went to bed at 2 o'clock this morning.
Well, regular things, but you know that go.
Minutes to 6 hours up.
Yeah, man.
Well, Abo, you know. Yeah, you know that you're gonna you know, I hope you have a restful retirement, and also like you said, your endeavors that you continue on with your music. I want to hear more big tunes. Maybe one time the next time I come, Nevis, you shouldn't be busy. So I'm looking for an invitation into the studio.
I'll make
and
a
that
beat.
drink.
I'll make a beat and you come and sing on it.
Okay. Well, about how you know that me is an artist like that? How you know I got our vibes? Well, that's good. No, what you can do is make a beat for Real Talk Corner,
Okay.
for Red Entertainment,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
we could run it right here. That's it. That's the challenge.
Where are you located in the US?
Orlando, Florida, for all the stalkers out there.
So
I am.
Orlando, Florida. Yeah, man. I got Chris Martin in Orlando. I don't know if he's in Orlando, in Florida. I could beat and tell you go down by Chris to put on the vocals. Chris send it back, and Real Talk got like an intro and outro right there.
Yeah. We have an intro and an outro already. You know, we want for the topics. Reese and you both do music. You know, and we over 11 o'clock.
No, I will have me. Yeah, I come even say yeah. What the yeah, man. Yeah, when I was with Jamban, I bought house. Company was here to engineer.
Joe Jamba when they were here?
Yeah, 2009.
Oh, okay.
Right after the road match.
Yeah.
Obeying and Boots.
Boots who got the container killing. Okay.
Yeah.
Like the man say, so like you're coming into Orlando for Carnival next year. Hey, I tell you, this Carnival this year, we had a night that we had Marshall and Patrice Roberts, Kess, and who was it? Nadia in Boston? Nadia. Bunji Garlin, Destra, and Poopa. One night, 4 shows. I hoping to see something like that in Nevis. for Culturama. I want people to talk about it for years and years to come. That Culturama 50 was really worth the travel, really worth the wait, and really it's an experience for them to remember, you know. And especially as your last one, so I hope people are excited. Abo, it's late. If anybody have any questions that they want to ask Abo, do it now. Otherwise, we cut it off. I'm gonna give you guys until 11:06, just in case, because I don't want people say then I get to ask the question. So if there's a question, oh, about somebody had asked earlier if the government does give money to Culturama.
Oh yes, Culturama cost us like $1.8 million, and outside of sponsorship, which is about $300,000, the government put in all the other funds.
Oh really? Okay then. So it's 11:05. Any more questions? Any more questions? I had one, but I don't forget it. I can't believe the question don't come back. Go ahead, Reese.
No, this Adele said this is so connected. They should do Kes Patrice, Desha Nadia. Adele, I ain't even gonna wait
Boy?
for them to reply. I'm gonna be honest and tell you upfront that with the amount of festivals going on at the same time, unless you book the day after culture we're done for C49, it'll be tough
You
to
ain't
get
getting
everybody.
through. You ain't getting through.
You
Yes,
ain't
schedule.
getting it.
There is an international night, and headline would be Bunji Garlin, and there are
And Triple
also
K.
Triple
Yes.
K.
Yeah.
Huh? Yeah, Triple K,
Triple K.
and
Triple K out of Dominica, plenty Siwo.
yeah, Skinny Banton from Grenada as well.
Talking about getting hand.
Yeah. Wet Fet was passed on to them late, so they're still trying to finalize the entertainment for Wet Fet, but they're working diligently to get that closed off.
Yeah, we got some big
Abo,
names. We got some big names that we signed off on this evening during our committee meeting.
yeah,
Actually, since we're on this this thing, one of the managers sent me a message to send us the details so that we
yeah,
could start writing contracts and all that.
yeah. So we're waiting for that deposit to be placed, and then as soon as it's placed, they're gonna let the people know because we're getting down to the grind.
Okay,
Anything
about
else?
this I wanted to do. When the contract is signed, the artist, I don't want culture, I'm committed to reveal who the artist is. I want to ask the artist to drop a video, a 30-second clip saying, Nevis, I gonna be there. This is ABC artist. This night I gonna be there. Come out, Wet Fet. Yeah, let them be
That
the
should
one to
be in the
announce.
contracts.
Yeah,
That should be in the
that's
contracts all the time. A post on your social media page should be in your
right.
any contract in this day and age. You crazy? I pay you. You know, you say you couldn't bring
No,
any.
me don't want to post. No, I want them to be the one to actually throw it out. Me don't want. I will
But
come
that's
up
what I
on a
mean.
football
When I
line.
mean a post, I mean no. That's what I'm saying. Like the artist should be able to, as part of the contract, the artist should create that video and then post it on their social media page. You see, and of course, Culturama would have the video to post as they
And then
feel.
drop it after.
But
Yeah.
yeah, you know, but that should definitely no negotiation without that, no go. Especially when they're asking for the kind of money that I hear that a man think. Cause I don't like to see Beady Man, but you know, like Beady Man probably a rip up.
Minimum $500,000, boy. Take it easy.
Why, why?
$1 million them fellas they're calling for, boy. And
Yeah.
I see someone contract the other day, and no boy,
Bonjour.
someone.
I mean, I see a contract there for you say he was in Orlando the other day, Trinidad.
Marshall?
Yes.
Marshall, $200,000, boy, US. $100,000 Marshall charging US dollars.
That is small. That is small price, eh? That include all the extras they got to add in.
And the entourage is like 20, 21 people. So imagine got to buy airline tickets for all them people. He dancers, he manager, he this, he that, he the other. Nah, man. Like $1 million.
That's wild.
Spending on Marshall.
No, don't get me wrong. Eh? If you get Marshall, and you For example, you book Marshall, you get Marshall to announce from January that he gonna be in Nevis in August. People gonna buy the ticket and come.
Yeah,
Me gonna be one of them now.
Yeah,
No,
you
me
want
gonna be
it,
one
you
of
want
them.
it.
Once
Yeah,
Marshall
it's
announce that Nevis, me gonna be there.
yeah, no. He can pull. You gonna get back your money. Abo, I know you're tired, but I got a question from a Libud, so I hope that you could answer it for them. They want to know as quick as you can, an elevator pitch of some sort, I guess. What a producer does.
And you're talking about from
Music
where
producer. Yeah,
well,
you.
and from my perspective, as a producer, a man comes, he wants a beat, he wants a song, he wants to do a calypso, he wants to do a soca. We sit and we work on the melody first, make sure that the melody is good, solid, sound, and then from there we look at the chord progression and see whether it's going to go from a 1 to a 4, a 5, or a 1, 6, 5, 4. And once we done establish all of that, I start to play down the drum tracks. And then from that, I start to put on keyboards, bass, guitars, do a rough mix. The singer comes in, put on a reference vocal, and then you continue to build on the music, get the groove right. And then when you and the singer agrees that this is it, we start to lay down the final vocal tracks.
Okay.
Mix, master, boom, radio station, airwaves.
Okay. Kejel, was that good enough for you? I hope you had half of them soca artists a discount to come to your studio, get that radio version done.
No, I just rebuilding the studio. just rebuilding. So right now, punch time, I can't take on too much work.
I feel you, man. You're a calypso man. That's how we go.
I'm a calypso man. You're really into the soca thing.
Even though you got some big soca tune. Wow.
Me soca and them wilders. Them a meeting. Into the soca thing so much.
Big soca tune. Anyway, so Reese, let me do let about say your last piece, your last plea to everyone.
I just want to thank Ren for once again having me here. Real Entertainment Network. It is always a pleasure to be here to share with you and I know you have a large following. To bring people on this platform to persons who have not yet decided to come to Nevis for Culture. I'm to get online tonight, book your tickets, come home. It's going to be one big family reunion, big party in Nevis for Culturama, and I want everybody in the diaspora to be a part of it this year. So, welcome home, come home, welcome to Nevis. We want to have you here for this grand homecoming celebration and the Culturama 50 celebration that will be happening here in Nevis.
Okay, Reese, you want to say anything?
Yes, man. I will definitely. I've already given you flowers and everything, and no matter how we say it, I still got to tell you thank you. No, you're gonna make me go to your musical catalog and start to listen to some of the mega hits that you would have been a part of. With that being said, people, as you have heard, C50 is place to be. You know what I mean? If you ain't book a flight yet, you got American, you got Delta, you got JetBlue, you got everything flying. If you want, I got 2 dinghy, but you're gonna make it to Nevis, okay? Queen City, Nevis, that's where you're gonna be C50. Kicked off like a ball. Ever saw you. Oh, hold on. Before that too, next week, people, RDC gonna be here with new music. RDC band is here with new music next week. Make sure I here with us.
Yeah, C50. That's all. Nothing else. Video. But after this year, but just video. Nothing else. And this one is by the man called Abanati. Yeah.